bringing you the latest from Utah State University's Uinta Basin Regional Campus. This is Aggie Update. Now, here's your host, Bob Peterson.
Thanks for joining us today. Joining me this week is Tony Graham, the founder of the Josh Graham Life is an Adventure 5K Walk Run. This is the third annual event, Tony.
The third time that we're running the race.
You know, we were here a year ago. Can you believe it? It's been a year's time.
Oh, it's gone by fast. It's gone by really fast.
I feel the year, but I mean, just because I'm getting slower and gray hair. You look great.
Thank you.
So it's 3 years ago, and I know USU's been playing a significant role in the last 2 years, thanks to you.
Yep, very.
But can we talk about how it came about?
Sure.
And it's entitled, obviously, Josh Graham, because of your husband's name, your late husband.
Yep.
Let's talk about the development of this event that's coming up.
All right. Well, my husband, Josh, passed away 3 years ago, and shortly after that, I had some good friends suggest that we do a 5K in his memory. And so the first year, we put it on just kind of as a mock and invited a lot of friends and family to come. And there were about 70 people, maybe, who showed up to run it.
That's pretty good for the first year.
Really, for no advertising or anything. And then we thought that maybe attaching a scholarship in his name felt right to us. And so the second year, we got in contact with you guys, and you jumped on board and have really made this event very, very successful for us.
You know, there's nothing better than belonging to a community the size of the Uinta Basin, Vernal, Roosevelt, wherever you're at. It's just, we all are that united feeling. Where you have an event like this, you really do feel the love of the community and the support of the community coming together for such a worthy cause.
That's exactly the feeling that we got. So many great sponsors, friends and family that have come together. It's helped us realize how many people loved that man, and the support has been tremendous.
I didn't know your husband, but I've felt like I've gotten to know him through all the people we've talked to and through interviews with you. And I wish I'd known him, but I'm feeling like I'm getting closer to him because of what things you're doing. It's obviously been a touching experience for you and keeping you united, keeping you together.
It's been a real healing experience for me and for Josh's family. And I have felt a lot of love from the community. Like you said, the community is fantastic, awesome. You know, the business owners, and it's helped me to realize how this community comes together, and they actually do love, you know, the people here. And so it's been a really awesome experience for me.
How about your children? How are they doing? I mean, with this continuation, they probably feel pretty cool about that.
They love it, and I have 2 boys that love to run, and so they, it's right up their alley. They love running, and it's perfect for them.
Third annual. It's going to start out at the Bingham Center. And we're going to get more into the second segment here about for the registrants and what they need to do. But has the course always been laid out through the Aggie Boulevard? It hasn't. What was the first route?
The first route was over kind of by the hospital here. But second year last year was fantastic. We had the roads closed, no traffic coming through, a lot of area for people to push strollers or walk leisurely if they wanted. And the finish line was great. We had the Aggie ice cream there, and a lot of things that you guys brought at the end to reward the participants. And so the course will be the same this year as it was last year. It seemed to work really, really well. Yeah,
it seemed to. That whole area where, you know, especially when we close down the roads, it's just like it was built for that.
Perfect.
And there's been other races held there as well, so I think you couldn't ask for a better venue. And what a great opportunity for USU to join forces with you in helping our scholarships. Last week, we attended, you and I, this wonderful scholarship banquet where you were joined with the recipient of this first award.
Yes, it was so awesome.
And you loved meeting, I mean, you knew who it was, but you got to sit down and have dinner with her, and I'll bet that was very emotional for you.
That was the best part of this whole event. That was the best part, because the proceeds of this race go towards the scholarship, and our sponsorships from the community go toward this scholarship. And so to meet the very first recipient of this scholarship, it was the most awesome experience. And the banquet was fantastic, and USU is just wonderful.
We paid her to be on the program. When we come back, we're going to be joined with Tony, of course, again, and we're going to talk more about the specifics of the race and what you can do to be there with us. We'll be right back.
USU has given me the opportunity to go back to school. I'm a non-traditional student.
It's just so convenient to have USU Uinta Basin right here in the Vernal area.
Since I started my education here and I'm a teacher at Vernal Middle School, it's helped me jump a couple lanes over and get a higher salary.
How America is struggling right now, if somebody doesn't have a degree, it's going to be harder and harder for you to make it.
But also the training you get from going to school for life is huge.
Welcome back to Aggie Update. We're here with Tony Graham, the founder of the Life is an Adventure 5K walk-run scholarship race. How's that? And I don't know if we really like to call it a race. It is. There are race times.
We have some competitive people there.
Yeah, but I might be walking, or I might be at the ice cream stand.
Oh,
so
you are going to be there walking. Running.
One of these years you might get me there. September 8th.
Yes.
And this event, I know you're talking about the registrants hopefully being there Friday, going online, of course, and the online website address is what?
lifeisanadventure5k.com.
You know, I just Googled it and I found it pretty easily. So you go on there and you can register right there. It's a $15 registration fee?
I think it's $20
okay.
this year.
It's gone up. That's good for USU. So $20. You can make that to your credit card right there on the website.
Sure. It's really, really easy to pre-register. And the fun thing that we're doing this year is we're not just doing t-shirts, but we're doing race bags that will have some exclusive coupons and different fun items in your bag, including your race number and the timing chip, instructions on how to apply the race number on, on your t-shirt, plus your t-shirt. So if you pre-registered, you're guaranteed to get one of those.
Boy, that's an incentive to pre-register.
Right. And we'll have the pickup on Friday night from 6 to 9 at the USU building.
Okay, right at the Bingham building.
Yep, and that makes the race day go smoother. You come the next morning, you're all prepared. You don't have to stand in line to get your t-shirt or your race number. You're just there, stretch out, you can run the race.
You know, as great as it was to see that many people congregated that morning, it would make it function a little more organized if people took advantage of the Friday evening time.
And for late registration, if people don't want to pre-register online, they can come Friday night also and register for the race from 6 to 9 and show up the next morning and come prepared too.
The fun begins at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Be there a little early unless you wake up that morning and decide last minute to come and run the race. We'll get you in with a number and a bib.
So you talk about this bag that you get, this little, what do you call it?
Yeah, it's a race bag. You actually, it's the one with the straps, and you have it on your back.
So it's got one of those cartridges for oxygen for some of us who.
We can do one special for you if you want.
Great precaution in my nose. So how many participants did we have last year?
Last year, I think there were 160 something, maybe not 180.
Wow.
I think is what we ended up coming through the finish line.
So part of that money you bring in obviously helps pay for some of the things that you need to run the race, but a good share of it is helping that scholarship recipient.
Yes.
Who you got to sit across the table from at the banquet, which was wonderful.
Yep.
So again, depending on how many people turn out, depends on how many scholarships that Tony is able to administer through USU, which is a cool thing.
Very true. Yeah, so 8 o'clock a.m. is when the race starts. September 8th, this race will always be the second weekend in September. It kicks off the fall semester starting for USU. You guys have some other activities going on that day, and this is the first activity of the day that's held in the morning. And parking across at the high school makes it easy to park and walk on over.
And the route, I can't say enough about the route. It's a pretty cool route where they get to go through the Aggie Boulevard.
And the city and county have been fantastic to help us get those roads closed off and the event where it needs to be.
And you've got so many sponsors and people that are helping. Mark Mason, of course, is very helpful at the beginning and ending times and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, he's fantastic on the microphone, so never a dull moment with Mark Mason there.
Josh Graham would be pleased.
I hope so.
I think so. I think he is pleased. I think it's a wonderful legacy you're leaving to the community in recognition of him and his contributions. A USU graduate, so he's an Aggie.
He's an Aggie.
And so we're excited to be part of this.
And we appreciate you guys lots and lots.
So website address again?
lifeisanadventure5k.com. Pre-register or come Friday evening at the USU building from 6 to 9 p.m. Or if you just can't quite decide then, show up at 7 a.m. September 8th. Right there, we'll get you a number and a bib and a timing chip, and you're ready to go.
And we should have information, I think, coming shortly on the banner of our website, which talks about it, and hopefully is a direct link to your address to make it even easier. And for anything else, you can give us, any of us, a call at USU, and we can give you the information you need. Sure. Always good to have you here, and I'm sure next year we'll be doing this again. Maybe they'll just replay this again with new dates.
It's fun to be here.
Well, appreciate
Enjoy, guys.
Thanks, Tony. For more information, again, visit us at our website. Google Life is an Adventure Race, and you'll find it there as well. And so happy to have Tony Graham join us today. Thank you.
Thanks.
That's it for Aggie Update. We'll see you next time.
I'm Tony Graham. I love USU. Proud to be an Aggie.